And both of these teams have very good showings, but the last time that we saw these two facing against each other, we saw the icebox. We saw Heretics changing and moving away from the Deco. They've said themselves that there is something, a composition with the Sova that they have played already, that they feel very comfortable with. And of course, moving into Toronto, knowing that Deco is going to be nerfed, is a good first step.
It's a good,
right?
But is it though?
But you
is
should,
it too
you should
early?
use it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that you should exploit it while it's there, because one of the things that makes their icebox so special, of course, it is the neon and the flexibility that Minibu has into performing all this quick and very explosive executes that will be so well comboed with those salvos, with those stuns. Everybody's stunned.
Petra, is it too early to move
It might
away
be too
from
early,
that?
but Reigns Sova though.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
true.
it.
It is Rians. I feel
Yeah.
like we talk about, you know, maybe the decision, but it's Rians in the end of the day. And once again, the 4 rounds of Fnatic did lose on split. It was just Rians doing ungodly things. But as we move on to Icebox as well, on the side of Fnatic, you know, we got to talk about that Sage, Petra. We love it.
We love it.
We love it.
We're Sage fans.
Yeah, but how do you counter the Kayak Sage? What do you do against that?
Ooh, that's a tough one actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I guess bait out his Yuto early, but he's gonna keep his ball and he will win the round for you. So
He's been very disciplined on this map. I think that's the
Yeah.
most important thing, and it's
Memory test
scary
as well. I
you
think
cannot
that-
catch him on mistakes.
Yeah, and Kayak was repeating some of the walls that he had used before, and Heretics fell for it, but I do not blame them. There was so much to clear when you're playing up against the Sage, and Kayak, I think, did a very good job in and securing different rounds to not be always aggressive or not be always in the push, and just saving the wall for when
Super
it was
balanced.
So then the util, like I said, heavily favouring Fnatic in terms of isolating kills,
I choose you as a man this game. Go on.
applying pressure and pushing Heretics further and further away from that post plant.
You can do no wrong. This feels like Crash's his ult already. The other side's still pretty far off. Kayak building towards his, obviously a very valuable piece in the puzzle. Outlaw on deck and a lot of light shields to punish. Do a Minibu with that stinger. Maybe could do some work. Benji on a Marshall. I mean, it's crazy seeing Heretics this lost so far without an answer, because they are such a good team. We know that they're a good team, but here, they are not even getting started. Boaster gonna find Boot. That's a plant denied. Woot's done well to remove Alpha, gives them a little bit more security on the site. Looking for another go. Oh! Boaster! Big impact. Yeah, up against the lighter weapons, but give him one of those. Rien's and Benji at least got the time on their side, but they're gonna need some big boy kills here. Rien's disconnected. He was the one who got them that eco round before with the 4 kills on the Sheriff. Just swings wide. It's so easy for Fnatic. They're making Heretics look amateur.
Oh, just looking at cut above today. A grand finals form of Fnatic. Just dialing back into some of that 2023 magic.
Yeah, good God. I didn't think we'd see this again. Genuinely, this level of dominance, I didn't think we were going to see. We obviously look at Heretics as the best of 2024 for us. EMEA's, you know, real forefront runner. But they're just
Holy
so
shit, I
lost.
look good. I look good.
You do. You're nailing it. Even kind of deeper positions now. Forefront. Big greens out for Kayak.
Yep. Operator in hand
Spike
here.
drop.
Could be a problem here if Heretics looking to contact up once again.
Take flight.
It's already Kayak hitting that rotate. Drone here to maybe sell something. Yeah, nobody really close enough to feel the pressure off that.
I like this from Benji, but he's got to stay patient. Yeah, locked in. Punishes Alpha for that mid-walk. But if you're looking at the extra body, the bouncing drone draws the eyes away, but the trade is still there, so you have the man up to the good after the early work coming out from Benji. They have the lockdown, they also have Woot's ult here, so there's a lot to be played with. Now, do they catch a glimpse? No, early back away coming out from Crashies.
Yeah, concern's going to be that actually Fnatic are going to regroup here, maybe go for the resin tube. As Heretics now look to plant on 8.
30 seconds left.
Afia back on his feet. Still bring things to level pegging here, 4v4.
You want more? Here's more.
Round of the ult going to go through. On the deeper look this time. Operator rings out a shot, so they know that's there.
Benji's got the lockdown here. It's a very late tool here.
There
They
it
say
is.
invested. Fnatic got to get moving.
Yeah, they really do. But the ult looking to maybe try and handle that. Going to force the fight here. Boaster clears front sight. That's Rien's gone. They're on towards the fuse. They've got to be able to deal with this. Heretics, you've got to get going. They're not denying the defuse. Crashes! He sends it! Job done! Fnatic carry on the war ball. Heretics, where are you?
5 unanswered now. 4 successful defuses for Fnatic. Again, Miniboo just caught off guard here, but made to look a fool, to be honest with you. Crash is even sticking through the snake bite as well. A little on the util from Boot, but again, some question marks behind the wall. Only the sound cue to go off. In fact, no secrets. Start of this round, Benji got to be careful. It's a double walkout once again from Fnatic, and Alpha bests him this time.
That's a rough battle, isn't it? Benji up against Alpha, but as you said, winded out in that 1v1. Doesn't need the back up to it. Miniboo doing his usual route on top of the fridge, but Kaya gets to stay alive. And here we are, similar scenes. Maybe a couple less ults. Well, Chronicle's got his, Boaster's got his. Here we are, away we go. Miniboo can't escape. Boaster catches him. He's on an absolute tear.
He's going to trade off bits here as well, actually.
Yeah, counter roll, and they are in this one. This is about to get really messy. Good luck, observers. Good luck, you viewers. Oh, Woo catches Chronicle on the drive-by. This is just now absolute pandemonium. But Fnatic clearing house. Boaster, someone please, someone please stop him. Back to back. Ridiculous diffuse is happening here. This is
A single plant that's happened where it's felt they felt comfortable in terms of the reset the 2 or 3 seconds after that. But now, unfortunately, Fnatic can kind of toy with that. They can flood as a pre-take or, like I said, look towards denying the plant, applying the pressure. But again, Miniboo sitting at 0 and 8. He's the one that needs to create space for those safe plants.
And this boy is normally bulletproof, right?
That doesn't just ride on him. It's there. This is not at all. And to be honest with you, what can you do when Kayak is dismantling the front line the way he is?
It truly is marvelous to watch. Again, she's still confident on this, not been forced away at all. It's a step ahead. Spots now, doesn't back away, he still has support here. Early wave of util dealt with, but look who's watching that cross. Ready, pressure building. You can see the hesitation on Heretics, they don't fancy it.
You see that jumbled purchase here. Miniboo going to pop the ult though. Goes forward, nobody to greet him on the other side.
Suppressed again, look at this! It's so overwhelming! And a 5v4 plants in. On a back away.
Well, it's not.
The plant's denied. And there's nowhere for Heretics to run, there's nowhere for them to hide! Fnatic surrounding, as you said, smothering them this map. They want them dead. Just look at this absolute dominance. Fnatic are in full finals form.
Knocking on the door of double digits now. Ultimates here for Heretics. I mean, Hunter's Fury been available for a while, but like I said, it's just Heretics they can't catch their breath in some of these rounds.
God damn.
Kayak sitting at 9-1 now.
Oh
It was
my
leading the
God.
charge.
This guy's prime simple in the team.
Thank God.
First 3,
I do want to see the board afterwards.
certainly in terms of getting him online.
Yeah, first 3
Getting
it
him
looks
into
like.
this map here. Beautiful opener onto Boaster. Not much to do about that. Unfortunately, Kayak gets the timing on that first tag when he was in a really rough spot. I think probably
Like, it was
as well
hard round,
conscious
we won, okay? Like, good job.
he doesn't want one of his teammates to take one of those tags on his behalf either. Again, just to catch it there. Somber mood in the Heretics camp down on the stage. Have to get themselves back into this. Again, the best they can hope for is a 9-3 once again.
Yeah, and we look for diversity from Miniboo, and it's a lot on his shoulders, and it shouldn't just be him, but does get away. He's drawing util out. He's drawing pressure out. This is big. And again, I hate to ask so much of one man, but in this role, we need to see him find that sort of footing here. See if he can develop that deep into this. Last time it was a shot through the smoke pretty much to catch Boaster backside. This time around, playing over towards Snowman. Alpha playing over towards site, but a plant now had.
Let's see, lockdown's going to come through here potentially quite early on. Look, Heretic's going to try and clear some ground here because Fnatic have a chance to contest this.
Yeah, they're going for a fight on it too. And already Boaster right in the trenches. You can see all the util just everywhere. Fish on fish action. Boaster does get detained. And now it's going to get messy. Chronicles cleared Rienz. They've got to know that there's someone else moved towards yellow. You've got to feel there is, but layers of the post plant come in. They can't afford another full defuse against them. Someone stop them, Fnatic! Every single time we'll have answers.
That is just heartbreaking. The lockdown all but secures this front space. And Heretics are unable to backfill it. I mean, the utility exchange looked perfect for them.
It did.
That's where the first kill comes through from Chronicle, but Rienz is the furthest forward. Then Miniboo gets caught on the cross, and it becomes such an awkward peak here.
Nice.
Again, with the wall and Wingman, Fnatic have 5 bodies
Yes.
to basically stare them versus this Fnatic composition. Heretics taking the initiative, not allowing Fnatic to comfortably set up as 5. And I think it's probably set in motion by Boo's progress over towards B main. You see the flash. It looks a little awkward early on. The Alfia catching that, but unfortunately Chronicle's so flashed up that that set piece pays dividends for them.
String it together, Heretics. You gotta make up for map 1, which was not a pretty affair. But this is your best chance yet. Start feeling out the game. She's creeping pretty close here. Woot's got to be cautious, not get timed on this. The barrel blocks it. Crashies gets gifted a kill on the timing. And now Heretics don't have control on this A site.
He's desperate to try and get the rifle. Just snatching it away. Does have the res as well, so... I was going to say, whether or not Fnatic are going to try and play a little aggressively. I think probably want to put that rifle into the strongest position they can. Still coming through, but a lot of util burned up early on here.
Okay, now the backline pressure. Chronicles got Miniboo, we're down to Rienz, Boo and Benji. They've got to try and keep this clean, but they can't. This is difficult, and there's that res now invested. Time up against them. This is dangerous. Rienz and Benji got to get that defuse going, and they start swinging. There's too many of them. Fnatic punish Heretics right back and force up to 11. That momentum suddenly stalled out now as Heretics held on 5.
It's a pay safe card, Thrifty. Nonetheless, Lauren, a bitter pill to swallow, but again, just catches a glimpse ahead of the weapon model, but regardless, that's the opener.
Nice!
I guess a slight pace change as well, the eco for Fnatic of this, which was brutal for Heretics. They've taken the reins now, taking control on Icebox.
This puts the question back to Fnatic. How well can you learn on the fly here? First big challenge. First time we're seeing this version of Heretics throughout this game. Off the back of Miniboo setting a fire underneath the rest of the boys on Heretics. Fnatic slow and steady on the approach now.
Poison's on.
Turret, but alarm bot's still there behind the orb in mid.
Gotta go.
Maybe one off another ultimate as well, so a chance to overheat once more. Quite garnered. Actually, Fnatic already feel as if they've got some space to work into on A.
These fakes, they were so good before when we were looking at split. Heretics, I think now the penny's starting to drop potentially that this may not be finishing towards B. Miniboo could be quick on the rotates, but Rienz is the one in danger now. They can't deny this plant, I don't think. Actually, Maybe they can. No, Benji's gone down with 13 seconds. Rienz would love to have stored it out, but I don't think he can achieve it. You can see the desperation, the want to. Holding good space on the side, but he's got to be careful now. He needs the rest of the help to come in, but Alpha's taking it down. Kayak swings from backside, all on top, but the backline's one out. And now you've got Boo on a bit of a split in a 1v1 up against Crashies. And that's going to be won out by Crashies now, Woot. A 1v3 ain't going to happen. Fnatic going back to almost that split approach. Those fakes, so hard to deal with.
No, down to 10 seconds.
It was so late.
And there's still 2 members to contest the plant. A little dicey there, but Fnatic able to steady the ship. Few crucial kills and get themselves to 12 now.
Hey, you
Still,
want the
what, 7-2 on this?
This man early on.
Can't use it.
Tempted to almost continue forward.
Placing swarm grenade.
Sides against
Swarm
it.
grenade out.
How does Fnatic read that?
I'm out of here.
Mini Boo, early positioning on this B site, and actually Boo, the one to rotate. Oh, does he catch Crom then?
Still kind of posturing here, Mini Boo.
Go, go.
It puts in motion this rotation for Heretics. 4 members, well, call it 3 with Benji Fishy still over towards mid. And again, the adjustment of the alarm bot catching Fnatic off guard. I believe Alpha looking for that previously.
This feels like almost a blind game of chess against each other, trying to get the pieces in the right place for the next move.
This could be awful timing though for Heretics, Lauren.
Yeah, and it almost feels like the anti-fake that's going on here. You've got now they're trying to posture towards that A side, drawing all eyes over that. But look who's here.
He's got to
The
go
one
huge.
man that you'd want to try and hold this down. Mini Boo, who's been a monster. He's come alive here, 13 seconds, they've got to deal with it fast. Oh, it's a really courageous play that falls apart. And now with the plant looking very likely, they have to go back into this without their big player. Crashy's on the lurk as well. Takes away Benji. Rienz wants to clear middle, but I don't know if he gets what he wants here. Kron tries to catch, but he falls. Heretic's still on for this.
4v3 though, Rien's tagged up. And Optimus to play off a Boaster. Getting curious here.
Oh, this reposition could be nasty, couldn't it? I don't think they have any idea. The timing on this could be completely devastating. It looks like it is. Brilliant positioning from Boaster, good trade, but they can't get half here. It's a fight that has to be had. Boo desperate to hold on, but it's all over. 3-9, Fnatic pulling it together just at the end there.
Yeah, a demonstration of just how hard you have to work versus a team like Fnatic in form, Lauren.
Yep.
They gotta credit the comeback here, but it's a story of control once again.
Yeah, this is now getting into dangerous territory for Heretics. Fracture is up next. These two could be a wake-up call, and they have to respond.
Alright, you ready to super find them?
Right now, Benji first. Let me wind up the sleeve. I'm about to hit him with a diving superfly. Superfly! Oh, I chucked up my ears. Gotta dodge them, mate. They could be looking at me. Mini Boo, I'm hitting him with the left-handed one. Superfly! Hold on, it's for Ian's, mate. Boo ain't gonna see this coming. Superfly! I'm gonna hit it with some vajazz. Vajazz? Vajazz. Expelliarmus!
Need to deal with this trip.
Oh my god, oh my god, Chronicle catches Rienz, that's gonna be baffling. No idea that was happening. And Fnatic, I mean, they've given up the B site, but that's fine. They've already
Still
got the pick.
Still got this retake set up as well from Alpha. Yeah, gave away the camera there, so not gonna have it once this retake gets started, Lauren. Obviously one of the trips dealt with. I'm looking for a spam.
God, this tempo just fluctuating the whole time. No one wanting to break the silence until then. Woot not leaving that angle, gonna get another as well. Crashy's determined to try and trade it, but there's no trade coming in.
Question coming through from main though. Do they can't quite pin down the plant? Wu finds a third though.
Okay.
Right, finally shuts him down. There's 2 of his own.
No way! Alpha helping him out on that one, but Benji! We know this kid can clutch. We know he's good for it, and Kayak's barely alive. He's gonna get it to half, but a 1v1 now. And it's gonna be a fair fight! The spray for Alpha! Gets the better of Benji after all that work from Woot. Rips it away from him.
plant favouring towards Benji here, but in 1v2 has to show his hand on the first, and again, just that gut-dropping moment here for Riens, but Heretics after that, they recover really well. Woot finding a couple of individual engagements here, isolated kills with the operator. This was just beautiful for Kayak to really break that post plant apart.
He's a hard 4 rounds, Mike. This is a curious start, but again, we can see the intention behind it. Fnatic trying to take a lot of space off this. Kayak, that's a lot of players here, though, on that corner. Oh, dazed and confused, almost went into that. Easy boot. Mini Boo's then sprung into action. He spotted 1, 2 players. Don't know about the third by Sam. There's a lot of bodies here, and it's just through smokes at this point. It's an absolute nightmare to try and catch who's killing who, but it's Benji left standing in a 1v2 again. We've been here before, all too recently. Boaster on the site.
Alpha did actually retrieve the orb here, so does have the neural theft. Benji, 72 HP, almost has to commit towards this 1v1. Boaster, 3 on the round for him. And a 5th on the board for Fnatic, tying things up. Hang on, did he actually get the operator there?
It didn't look like he did. I don't think so. The observer's confirming it. Love you guys. No, they did not catch that operator at the end, so they're missing. Oh, these trades though were just ridiculous, weren't they? Boasted lovely.
Yeah, I mean it's also kind of heartbreaking because Heretics again, they navigate the they get towards the site hit, and it's a really chaotic
High round. Let's go. 2 more.
a really chaotic exchange, but there's just no comfort behind that first layer. Unfortunately, Kayak's got the next best thing when there's light shields on the other side of the board.
Again, when you're trying to be frugal in these sort of rounds, you're maybe a little bit unwilling to invest all that utility again, rinse, repeat, but the second you take your eyes off it, you're going to be punished by it, and Kayak is being just rewarded. Also going to pop in the molly, but I think it's a little late to it, but it's fine! Him and Kayak locking out the side. Heretics not finding that same footing now. Move left. Round walk through the sand, nowhere to be going. In zone flawless. Fnatic tipping scales here at the end.
A chance to tie things up. This time we'll have such a close affair after a first half. Kayak actually catching boot with the wall bang there. Yeah, definitely some positives, Heretics. Map is certainly not over. Still got plenty of this series left to play as well. Certainly some positives to build upon here for your Heretics. One away from the showstopper. Do have Riens' ultimate off rip here. See on the flip side of things, like neural theft that we did previously mention. And of course, Boaster. But again, this operator in play.
I dropped the spike.
In hand for Kayak. Alpha could be feeling the pinch here.
Yeah, we're trying to identify him. That would be a touch, and he's got him. Alpha's gone down, and the gates start to open. Ooh, you can see the caution, though, trying to get that spike across. Oh! Bloody hell, Kayak catches Riens. That's a spike lost. Trying to cross through, and Lux here from his POV. Let's see what he can do here. It seems it doesn't matter if there's smokes, cages. It doesn't seem to hinder him. We're annoyed about a flank, but we know it's not coming. Stalemate now achieved. Crash, he's going to find Minibu. And Heretics struggling to find any safety on this site. Utility now being laid in. Benji can't stand the pressure. Surely not this time. 3 players against him. Looks to isolate a 1v1. Chronicles having none of it. Fnatic pushing up to 5.
Claw their way back into this. Find themselves 2 to the good in map 3 of this best of 5. Said Heretics looking much better here. Looking a little more composed. And still some of those rounds that just tip in Fnatic's favour.
God. Yeah, brilliant. Right, we're going to have a little bit of treat. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. But you will after this. We're going to head over to Lemonify who's waiting in the audience with you two.
Here in terms of the inventory for Fnatic. So Heretics try and slow this down as much as possible.
Catch them.
Just got to be careful with this man here. Actually, we'll draw out utility just on this first peak. See a second smoke, I believe, from Boo, yeah. So the first to secure B main. Obviously, with Cage is committed from Benji. Nothing really to offset that. It's Heretics composition. Pressure starting to build for them. Fnatic looking to stack back up towards B, but this judge could cause problems for anybody progressing through arcade here.
Boo can buy time. He's still got another smoke. He's still got his molly. Now they can disrespect it, but still gonna put the pressure on them. The passive reveal, not gonna get anything. You can see that pause for thought here. A little labored, but it's fine. Job done. Bo's gonna take down Rien's, but this is the only factor that could change it. This judge up towards the tower, gonna get down the first. He survived. He does get caught in the end. Takes away Boaster though, so back down to this 2v3. It's not impossible. Any more kills, and it's actually pretty costly. It looks like there was an adjustment of routing.
I was going to say, Miniboot dropped his weapon for that, so luckily able to get the Bulldog back in hand.
Ooh, look at this post-bomb positioning. Woot's done really well. Woot's pathing was excellent for this. They're going to know where both players are. Miniboo, I don't think you can get past this utility though, right? Like, has to just wait it out for those salvos. And they've got bodies now to throw. This Crashes can just take that swing. Now they lose out on 3 Vandals there, Mike. That is a clear round, but necessary for Fnatic.
Absolutely. See if, well, what Fnatic can string together here. Again, almost when you see Boo, you think Fnatic in a position to isolate him. Maybe conscious of somebody playing up close with a stinger or something like a judge actually as well. Unfortunately, I guess his ranked struggles continue.
Bless him.
I'll have to go back and check that.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
Actually, thing to note here, Woot coming into this now. An operator in hand early on in the half.
Whoa! Kayak!
He was just smirking as well, by the way.
I'm without words. Show me that one on the replay. Down to 4 though. And Rien's feeling pretty alone here. He doesn't have much help. Benji trying to get closer, but that's a pixel spotted, but Rien's not gonna be cleared. Tries to get ahead of the stun, but Kayak again clearing house. Mini boot.
Crash is watching for him.
Oh, the timing. This round feels so sewn up for Fnatic. Kayak just can't seem to lose.
34 HP, 3 on the round for him. He's certainly not done just yet. Boo, the last on the chopping board. Kayak's probably going to get a little curious towards Spawn. Stun will come through. He's actually had to find it. 2 to the good now for Fnatic. And actually the finances of Heretics going to be stinging after 2 losses.
Oh.
And he's actually walking onto that. Getting this smoke almost deep enough to set that in motion. Almost baiting Woot into peak. Got to favour, especially a player like Woot.
You're country, bro. Let's go, bro. Next
Operator in hand.
At this point, looking for one, he gets it. Isolates Alpha, tucks it towards that pillar side. Spam! He's got it! Chronicle down! But you can see already Crashes just shifting past each other in the smoke.
Oh my god.
No idea about it. Crashes on the site. You got something for us, Crashies? You're gonna know there was someone nearby. You're gonna know that Benji was near you. But you've only got 10 seconds. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pry these players out of place here. Yeah, it's already faded here. There's too many bodies against them. Heretics, they'll play you at this game. They'll play the trap plays. They'll sit there and be as patient as you are, Fnatic. If that's your game plan, you might need to go back to the drawing board.
Again, it's just so crazy to watch this one play out the way it does. It's only really Rien's to slow this down. Crashies finds the trade, but it's Benji to find these 2 kills that almost seal Fnatic's fate in round 19. Force out a timeout once again.
They've broken the money on this too, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be maybe some, they could get some bits and pieces, but it's certainly not.
I mean, yeah, everybody except Chronicle. I think obviously previously he was the one that was, when he was on that save round, he was one sitting at 2600. So
yeah, I guess. Oh, He doesn't look bothered.
But, yeah. He's happy to come in with a ghost here, apparently.
If I say only the ghost, Benji's spirit.
Well. Oh, well.
High pressure game, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a finals, please.
Alpha as
God.
well. It's only Boaster. Boaster's the Where's Crashy still awake? Nope.
No,
It's just Boaster.
brilliant.
Ability initially, but can spot a pace change here. You two invested early on to set Kayak in motion. It's Woot on the other side with an operator.
And he was pretty good with that as well. Combat opping almost, right? Willing to take challenges. Again, this tempo from Fnatic. They even sat the chairs up yet. Steady work, yes, but it is bloody cautious, isn't it?
I think they're maybe just anticipating Heretics to get a little aggressive, but it's not going to happen this late on in the game on map 3.
Unchecked on? Makes me a little bit nervous. Okay, so Salvo's there.
Well,
Operator
noted now, yeah.
But you're going to look at the util coming in, waiting for that player to slide on up. And Woot's in a lot of trouble here, trying to pick his target. Tower's already taken, he's got nowhere to really run here. And now there's danger. Fnatic crunching on the site, late as anything. But fashionably late at this point. Plant's going to be coming in, and they've done the job now.
Last player standing.
That's the Alpha looking to apply even more pressure. Rians finds a response, but a 1v4 now asked of him to prevent Fnatic from tying things up once more. Good for the second as well, actually.
Get these two separated. I could see how you could maybe get Boaster.
Still got util though.
Salvos. Teo, fun agent, I promise. Oh. I always believed for a second there. You got me a little bit interested in what was going down there, but slow and steady seeming to win the race for Fnatic.
Yeah, really been able to slow things down here. Yeah, at this point, again, it still felt as if they were going to struggle to find Woot. Actually, he's the last to fall on this side.
Yeah.
The reinforcements come through.
Nice. Let's have it.
Trying to get aggressive, Heretics, and well, Woot's going to go for it again, it looks like, but Crashies is still fine. He's just towards the corner.
Satchel out.
Woot looking kind of confused as to where to be really keeping control of.
So now, unable to win out on Arcade either, so they have to retreat. Benji still committed towards A site as well. Fnatic will let this breathe for a moment, allow that pressure to mount on Heretics.
I'm out of here.
Well, actually, consider the possibility of A site. Only Kayak to take some damage here, and it's
Big boy Benji, though.
he's got to go huge once again. Been called upon previously on this site to anchor for Heretics.
30
Go.
seconds left.
What you got for us this time?
They're stalking, more doing. Wait,
Stalled. 20 seconds. This is getting a little bit dangerous. Benji does survive, but only for a second. Kayak catches, pushing forward through the smoke. And even with late time, there's still enough for this plant. Woot's options are pretty much zero.
definitely. Still 5 standing for Fnatic. Stuck behind this trip, so going to give this one up. Fnatic will tie things up once more. The perch is still going to be pretty comfortable for Heretics. Boo still got the ultimate, Mini Boo with his as well. So definitely tools to throw at this. But with potentially an in-zone flawless, it could be a bit of a... It's a Fnatic here, because, yeah, think about it. Boaster one away, Kayak one off as well. Crashy's not a million miles away. Financial reset for Heretics could come at a pretty awkward time here in the map.
I'm worried. I am worried about this. And this was, again, I have to say it, Crashies is such a composed player.
He is.
It's just how calm he is about everything, how he's handling this pressure coming in, and the tempo change. We saw the Fnatic were taking a very long time on their approaches, letting them sweat, letting them almost marinate right at that point. So to try and take the advantage. And they've got a couple of ults here, Mike, right? They do have this ult with Mini Boo. They do have Boo with his as well. And it feels like it feels almost like a game of chicken of with when does Fnatic then kick up the pace? Because they're playing these really slow, cautious, and coming out of time like this, it's almost encouraging them to do so, right?
Certainly would feel that way. Certainly would look that way as well to kick things off.
Deep trip as well.
Catch anybody out on that note. Almost looks like it was a full retake setup once again. Maybe Fnatic leaning into that. You almost want them to progress a little faster on the other side though. Just now exploring towards Arcade. Lucky that Fnatic haven't followed through on this just yet.
They're targeting almost towards Benji. It seems wild, but we are seeing that investment of the ult from Mini Boo. About that 50-second marker now. Timer starting to become a factor. Didn't see too much, but here comes the play, and Benji once again can't withstand the pressure. It's too much on him. Identifying him solo almost, and creating that pressure and punishing. And Heretics though fighting back, clearing through from main. Kayak gets one for himself though, so keeping it at this 3v3.
Boo to invest the ultimate as well. Kayak now slipping ahead of these smokes now. We'll find one. Mini Boo will fall. Spots Boo as well.
Oh, he's done wonders here. So much from him, but Boo withstands. I thought that was on the money, but no. Crashes is cleared. Heretics not down yet. Alpha called upon 1v1. Oh, he's got it this time. Maybe it is a little easy for this guy.
The Red Bull clutch to put Fnatic on map, series, and championship point here. And the finances of Heretics going to be rattled. Kayak again, just toying with expectations once more.
But I thought Heretics had done enough there, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you see the Molly, what Alpha has to walk through.
You beautiful man! Sit down! Sit down!
As previously, it's been Benji to hold down the fort here on A site. Heretics actually reinforce this hold. Kayak, ultimate in hand.
I mean, this was imperative before. Lovely.
Bold to shoulder that smoke as well, though.
That's got to be reinvigorating, though, for Heretics, right? After a really hard fought for map here.
You don't ever want to be in a position to try and force overtime with a broken vibe.
Yeah.
It's a massive, massive confidence builder for them as well.
Start opting for the judge as well.
See, this position can do wonders with it.
I feel like it's going to be rewarded, but let's find out. They are very much
Not going to be
nearby.
expecting that in overtime.
They're knocking on the door here. Fnatic got to be ready for what's coming their way. Heretics starting to surround, but it's Alpha to take away Benji. And hello to the judge! Already takes away one. Most does fall, and Wu gets into the action. It's all on Rien's. A 1v3. As Fnatic held down the site well. And Spike
30
just
seconds
too far
left.
away. Trying to slip back through and pick that up.
I had the spike.
Smoke's fading. He gets away. All three on this side of the map.
He can't really isolate any of those engagements, though. So he has to go huge.
And it ain't gonna happen. Blink and you miss it. Picture perfect in the end from Kayak. 13 to 12. Map, series, championship point now back in hand. Do they close out this time, or will Heretics take us another go of things?
Rough here as well. Walk into that. Expect Heretics to maybe call a timeout here with the reset
Right,
time.
and Alfie, me and you, we're gonna be like a mowing the lawn truck bulldozer.
Mowing the lawn truck bulldozer.
Taking away Kayak, taking away Crashies. That's a big advantage.
Really bit tagged up though, down to 32 HP. Other side of the map. Alpha not sniffed out just yet. Again, it's not as if he's got space to move into. Oh, spots Rien's, trying to shoulder that angle. Deny the information of the reveal as well. Still question marks here for Heretics.
Isn't Benji? See the hesitation, caution. He's being kept to this position now. Chronicle maybe looking to tee up Alpha. Trade outs of Util. All three heading this way. Be Benji. Support Rien's. Try and deal with this. Second still on that horn. Smokes up. It's simplistic in approach. Rien's temptation. He wants to walk the smoke.
Considering it, yeah.
And now mirrored fights, bloody hell, they don't know how close they are, 20 seconds. Fnatic needs to move forward here, and it's on a knife's edge, but Chronicle gets the key kill. That's the site open, 10 seconds.
Dropping the plant as well. Boaster will get the ultimate off this. So Molly, Aftershock, and ult here available for Fnatic, and actually used proactively here, maybe to force Heretics back a little bit.
And it gets him in a nice post-plant position, very unexpected. Beautiful from him and unnoted to Heretics' eye. Alpha to try and complement the cross, but Miniboo's gonna get the 1v1. Wins it on the crouch peak. Now down to Kron and Alpha. Kron takes away Miniboo. Down to Boo and Rien's. Trying to build in. Held back again.
Aftershock.
Oh, it's huge. Util poured on, force forward. Alpha strikes and Chronicle on the trade. Fnatic reminding everyone who they are.
A fantastic performance here in the grand finals. A clean 3-0. Heretics coming alive, fighting to the bitter end, but it feels like, unfortunately today, outclassed in the opening of this series.
Yeah.
Again, there's no shame in that.
No, absolutely not. I think both of these teams have put on a fantastic display. As said, the only ones to do true damage to each other really throughout regulation and into those upper bracket games where they met. But Heretics today falling just that bit short at the end, taken to OT. Gotta say it as well, to my eye, Kayak, what a player. I mean, Crashy, stoic as ever, but for me, it was really Kayak coming alive in a big game. That to me was the big thing. We were waiting to see if that was the case, and he looked absolutely on the money.
Absolutely did. The confidence just brimming. See as well, the whole team, even talking about that earlier on in the cast, how good Fnatic have felt as a team internally. The dynamics, the energy. Absolutely deserved, Lauren.
Yeah, it is. Trophy there. It's all theirs now. A brilliant season from Fnatic. Looking vintage, looking reformed, looking brand new going forward.
Finding some of that 2023 magic once more. And yeah, it's unfortunate to only see a 3-0 here, but like I said, it's a testament to just how good Fnatic are. And have found themselves once again, to be honest, thinking about some of the questions coming into not just this year, but this stage as well.
Very nice.
No strangers to this sort of moment.